Hello, everybody. We are live. Welcome to the May birthday mini prints live simulcast. And I'm having the typical problems because it has to always start with the technical problem. Isn't that correct? Okay, so I'm hoping that you guys can hear me out there. If someone wants to give me a little thumbs up and let me know that I'm coming through clear, that would be fantastic. I'm talking into a screen, so I'm hoping that you guys are out there in mini prints land. Okay. Hey, everybody. Hey, Via, go home. Give me a little update as to whether or not you can hear me, please. Oh, loud and clear. Fantastic. Well, then I will welcome CP Rail, Whiskey Creek, and N-Scale. I will welcome Go Via, Go Home. I will say hello to Wig Wag Workshop. I will say hello to Joe Rader. And who else is in the house? Sean Rogers. Thank you for the happy birthday. That's very, very kind of you. Jim Dustin. I appreciate that. Check in. Who else is in the house? Sean Magee. Nice of you to join us. That's wonderful. My wife has weighed in. Hello, Holly Hellen. Thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. So let me give you a little bit of a rundown tonight. We will start off tonight, as we usually do, with the all-important beer selection. I have my Mylar balloon here. So the first segment is called Beer, Balloons, and Brat, because pretty soon, after we choose the beer, you will meet employee number 1 at Mini Prints, Brat, who I think some of you have seen before because he is warming his hands on a barrel. Greg Cassidy, welcome. I'm glad that you have joined us for a moment. So after Beer, Balloons, and Brat, I have a presentation that I'd like to start off with a few videos. I'm sure there will be the typical technical issues with those videos, so we'll try and get them up and running. Hopefully they will work. And then I've got 4 really exciting new mini prints to share with everyone tonight. So bear with me, and let's start with you've seen the balloon, so we can check that off the list. Let's pick a beer. Okay, so our first beer tonight is, let's just go over here to beers. We've got an Italian Pilsner. And I will read to you what it says. It says, beer for those who love a lager that's thirst quenching but has a little something extra. And that's a 5.5%. So that's our first choice. Oh, and my wife tells me that I'm echoing. Yeah, I hear that a little bit. I do feel like I'm echoing a little bit. Try that. Maybe that's a little bit better. We might just have to deal with echoes. It's an echoey space. Okay, so the Italian Pilsner is our first choice. All right, our second beer. Yes, this is Sam the Record Man. This is a venerable Toronto institution. My wife had this beer on the patio on the weekend, and I believe this is a cherry hibiscus blonde ale, and it's a 4%. So that's our second choice, Sam the Record Man. So Italian Pilsner, Sam the Record Man. Our third choice is a lagered blonde, 4.8%, called Food Truck. All right, so there's the lagered blonde. And finally, Henderson's Best, Amber Ale. All right. So, what's the vote? Let me just remove that from the screen. Okay. So, does anyone want to vote on the beer? All right, we got a little bit of a delay. Do I know, Tim? Tim, I do not have to choose only one. I will drink them all, I promise you. I might not drink them all right now tonight, but I will drink them all. So we've got, let's see, we've got a couple for the blonde. We got one for Sam, the record man. My wife is saying food truck. Jim is saying the best. Greg Cassidy wants me to mix them all. Okay, that could be interesting. I'm not sure I'm going to go for that. We got another vote for Henderson Best. We got one for the blonde. Wow, it's all over the map tonight. I think I might need to do a taste test and mix them all. I like that idea, Joe. That's a great idea. So I'll have a sip of each and then I'll tell you which one I like the best, but not tonight. Okay, so it looks to me like best. I think the best is winning. So it's going to be tonight, Henderson's Best Amber Ale. All right, well, thank you everyone who voted. So that is that. Okay. So let me just get that going. Excellent. Okay, what is Brett having? That is what my wife is asking. Brett, I think Brett's got a game tonight. So tonight's game night. So Brett, now's actually a really good time to introduce Brett because we've done balloons, we've done beer, and now we've done, let's do Brett. So everyone, I'm gonna just turn it over here. This is Brett.
Hello, everyone.
Brett is a very, very, very ardent Suns fan, and he never misses a game. And how are they doing? They're doing really well, aren't they?
Best team in the league.
Best team in the league, okay. And they are playing tonight. At what time?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock tonight. Okay, so that is going to be, Brett is saving himself for the game tonight. So everyone, you might recognize Brett for, yeah, there we go. CP Rails Whiskey Creek and Enscale says, hi, Brett. So do you guys remember Brett from the barrel? Hey, Brett, there you go. That's it. So Brett was the very first live scan that we did in the space here. And you can actually see one of the scanners over there right behind Brett. So that was pretty exciting. So we have a second scan actually tonight. So if you stick around, you will see the third actually live scan that we did in the space, because the second live scan was my wife in her equestrian apparel. So stay tuned, because when I get to the what's new portion of what's happening, you will see the third scan that I will unveil tonight. Okay, so that's Brett, everyone. Brett, by the way, and I should just say one last thing, Brett is personally responsible for snipping virtually every single mini print that leaves this space. So when they come off the machines, they look like this. And you guys would not be super thrilled to get a mini print delivery that looks like that. So Brett spends the vast majority of his day here making sure that you get absolutely wonderful, perfect, nicely snipped mini prints. And when he's not doing that, he's rocking some pretty awesome social media feeds. So if you see good Facebook posts, follow us on the Facebook page. Brett comes up with some pretty amazing Facebook posts. Okay, so that's Brett, everyone.
See you, everybody.
Okay, and go Suns, go. All right, so that's the Brett, the beer, which I have not had a sip of yet, and the balloons. So I guess we now need to move on to the presentation. Okay, so let's see if I can get this up and running. I'm going to add this to the stream. And bear with me for one moment here. I know this is not the best of YouTube etiquette, but this is only, I guess, the third or fourth broadcast that I've done so far. So we are going to make this big screen. Here we go. And I'm sure we're going to have all sorts of technical problems. So let's just see. Can you guys see that? So we're going to start off with a video. Bear with me. Let's see if this works. Let me know if you can hear it. If you can't hear it, just enjoy the video, and I will come back to you in a moment, about 2 minutes. So, as you might have guessed from that video, we have a rail cam. So part of what attracted me to this building, as you know from previous webcasts, is that we are in the middle of an area called the Junction Triangle. And the Junction Triangle is literally a triangle made up of trains. So there are trains to the east of me, there are trains to the west of me, and the CP mainline freight runs to the north. Not more than 100 feet that way is a GO rail commuter service line that runs like right beside the building. And you'll see that in a moment on the next video I'm about to show you. It was driving me crazy because Brett and I sit here and we hear the rumble of a locomotive, and it's literally just out the window and over 100 feet that way. And I thought, I got to get a webcam up and running. So a number of things I really wanted to do for the 2-year anniversary, and one of which is get the YouTube page up and running and get the webcam up and running. So I'm pleased to announce that there is a live 24/7 webcam up on the side of the building with the landlord's permission that is showing the streaming from that GO line. Interestingly, and Bernard C. was watching at 10:10 this morning, and I encourage you, you can go back and check out the video from 10:10 this morning, which should be up on the YouTube page. If not, I will post it after this broadcast. The Canadian went by, and it was amazing to see the length of that passenger train. So it's all via, and you can see quite a bit of rail activity throughout the day, including, I'd say probably somewhere between 12 and 24 trains a day. What the hell those kids were doing on one of the most active commuter rail lines in the city, I just give my head a shake. I mean, that was shocking, to say the least. Not more than, I think, 13 minutes after those kids were balancing on the tracks, a very high-speed train went by. So they're lucky to be alive. Anyway, via Go, 24/7, rail cam action. Check it out on the YouTube channel. Okay, so I've got another little thing I want to show here. Let me go back to the next slide. Oh, before I do that, okay, another announcement. In honor of the second birthday, we did a little promotion. I had Bill Brillinger of pdc.ca, a great decal guy, make up some patch decals for some cars, and I was offering them. I have a few left, so I'm going to announce today that anybody who places an order from today onwards, while supplies last, we have probably about, I'd say 40, I'm guessing, HO scale left, and a smaller selection of N scale and O scale. If you would like to make a polymer resin tank car, this is a complete mythical car. It does not exist. There is no such thing as a car that carries polymer resin, photopolymer resin, but that's the photopolymer resin I use in my machines. So I thought it would be kind of fun. This will be part of a contest. So I haven't quite figured it out yet, but if anyone gets a decals and actually makes a car, send me a picture, post a picture, and we will have some sort of contest or build associated with this. Full disclosure, I have not had a moment to build my own car yet. It's something that I very much want to do. I mean, who doesn't want a car to bring like 3D printer resin, you know, to their factory? That's totally cool. And there you go. It is cool. Okay, so video number 2, and there's a little bit of a story associated with this. So let's see if we can launch video number 2. All right, video number 2. Let's see if this works. Okay, so I have a drone. I actually have 2 drones, and I'm a licensed drone pilot. But now I have 1 drone. And as some of you who follow me on Facebook will know, after 2.5, almost 3 years of drone piloting, I did something dumb. I made a rookie mistake. And yeah, exactly. This is a comment that I'm going to post. That's my wife, everyone. And I'm afraid that as a licensed drone pilot who knows better, I happened to find the tallest tree in the neighborhood. And I'm talking taller than any other tree by far. I'm talking like building tall. And I was flying backwards to try and get some pretty decent footage. Yeah, I broke every rule in the book. So going back to the presentation for a minute, let me show you what I was up to. I knew I was in trouble when I was watching my drone footage and I saw branches appear. That's not anything that you ever want to see when you are filming a drone. The next thing I saw was that. I've got this all on video. I should probably post it. And that was the result. And as you can see, and as someone pointed out, my little drone is giving me the finger. There is absolutely 100% a finger there. So it was not a good day. I mean, I really want to capture more drone footage. Because we're in this junction triangle, my goal is to try and map the entire triangle of train lines. And I'd love to do it in one day with trains on all lines so that I could give you guys like a complete view of like on the east side, and this is probably backwards, but on the east side of me is the GO line that you just saw in a view from above. On the west side of me is a GO line, a VIA line, and the Union Pearson Express line. And on the north side of me, not far, maybe a mile north of us, is the main line. So I need to get a new drone and I need to map out this entire junction triangle. And that actually brings me to my next slide, which is what's new. So what's new at miniprints? If you're following the Facebook page, you will have seen some of our recent creations. The pack mule was a request, so that was something that people wanted to see. The air raid siren that you see right there beside the pack mule and below the park bench, I clearly remember that. That's a 1950s era Cold War air raid siren, and there was one of those on top of my public school, and I remember that in the 70s. I don't remember whether I ever heard it actually blaring, but I do remember it clearly, scaring the bejeebies out of me being on the roof of the school. The big wheel is new, and I think my absolute favorite, the folding lawn chairs, which someone asked if they folded, and someone else very cleverly said on the Facebook page, yes, but only once. And of course, the park bench. There are lots of new items, so I encourage you to check out either miniprints.com or the Facebook page or the Instagram. Sparky, you got my vote for best question, so I think I missed it. Oh, okay, so that's really interesting. So Sparky 107. Do you have my studio bugged here? Are you're way ahead of me? Because what's new? Well, I want to unveil a new model tonight. And the model is an HO scale limited edition Bernard crashes his drone. So I've decided to turn a negative into a positive, and I am going to do a limited edition of 25 copies, HO scale, $25, and you get an HO scale me and my drone. And I will include two drones, one on a fishing wire like this, and the other one that you can put on the ground or in a tree or in pieces. So this is a fun little way of turning a bit of a disaster into a sort of a fun limited edition. So it's $25, and that's $25 US for a Bernard crashes his drone. If you would like a painted version, I'm happy to do a painted version for you for $50. So I will put that up on the website tonight. If anybody would like to support the Bernard crashes his drone fund, all the money from this 25 HO scale limited edition will go towards funding Bernard's new drone. And just a bit of fun. So that is the first model that I wanted to announce. It is a fundraiser for drone repairs. Yeah, exactly. Actually, unfortunately, it's not a repair. I took it in to the repair place, and they said, you know what, at the end of the day, it's a new drone. You know, it's going to cost more to fix it. I mean, it was in bad shape. I probably dropped it about at least 100 feet straight onto concrete. So yes, it is a fundraiser. And if you want to get a Bernard crashes his drone, HO scale, unpainted 25, painted 50, I will put it up on the website tonight. Okay, so the next, let me just hide this there. Yeah, that was an ouch, big time. That was a real ouch. Okay, so that is the first mini print that I am announcing tonight. Bernard crashes his drone in HO scale. The second that I want to announce tonight is I am working with a very talented 3D artist in Iowa named Alex. And I was hooked up to with Alex by Scott Thornton. Scott Thornton, some of you might know, is a really talented modeler. He's done a number of cover stories for Railroad Model Craftsman, RMC, and we do a lot of stuff together. And he showed me an incredible 3D model of this. And I love this because this is an industry that anyone can model anywhere. So this is in Ames, Iowa, where Scott lives. And Iowa cars of salt come in, dump the salt in a pit. This portable grain auger happens to pull the salt out of the pit and into trucks. And I thought, you know what an absolutely perfect 3D model. So I've been working with Alex in Iowa based on Scott's measurements and his photography. And this will be the first sort of prototypical industry you can model. So watch for this. This model I've test printed. There are a few little things that I'd like to do. I'm hoping to list this within the next week. I mean, we're pretty close on this one. So this one is not going to be up right away, but this one will be up relatively soon. So this is a coming soon. Drone will be up tonight. Portable auger will be coming soon. The third one that I want to announce. Oh, and by the way, I can't wait I'm going to do a little portable industry on this thing, on the grain auger, because I think it's great. I mean, there's so many things, just siding, pit, grain auger, truck. You've got yourself a really, really cool, industry that you can model super easily. So I think this is going to be a really great. Probably, I'm thinking $30 US. I mean, the thing's huge. It's about 5 inches. So it's a really neat print. That is electric on the grain auger. It's an electrically powered grain auger, but there are, I believe they use tractors to actually move the cars. I've got a whole write-up from Scott Thornton about how it actually works, and I will post that. Okay, this is something that I announced in February, and it's ready. It will be up on Friday. So this is the main 32-foot lobster boat. And it comes with a ton of extras. So there are not lots, there are some Maine lobster boats on the market, but I'm not super thrilled with any of them. So I wanted to do better. And none of them have the number of items that we're including. So the Maine 32-foot lobster boat is going to include, and I'm just going to hide the presentation for a minute here, so you can come back to me. So there's going to be a whole bunch of things included. You will get a plate with 10 lobsters and 8 lobster traps. So that is in the kit. There will be a plate, and I've started to pull this one apart. You can sort of see there will be, I'm starting to deliver more mini prints on these little plates, because I think besides, it being a really nice little delivery mechanism, it makes it super easy for people to paint. So you will get a ship wheel. You will get 2 ship wheels, 2 life preservers, and a whole bunch of different, and I hope you can see it, the little bumpers, those fenders for the boats. In addition, the third thing that you will get, and I will go back, are 3 different figures. There will be 1 figure who will be holding the ship's wheel, driving the boat. There will be 1 figure who will be hauling out a lobster trap, and there will be 1 figure carrying a box of what will be lobsters if you choose to put them in there. Artie, get yourself to Toronto. Come visit Miniature Printerland. We'll go for a beer over at Henderson. And you know what? Lobster is always a possibility. That's a really great question, Hector. Yeah, absolutely. I can totally do a separate nautical detail set. Part of, these broadcasts are really, you guys tell me what you want. I mean, I'll put it all together in a kit, but if you're not interested in the main lobster boat, but you want, the lobsters and the lobster traps or the nautical details, absolutely. I'm totally into that. So, everything that is being produced by Mini Prints is either things that I want for my own layout, and I'm sure you've heard me say this before, or it's things that you've asked for. So yes, Hector, 100%. Okay. All right. Sounds to me like I've got a lobster dinner coming up here. Okay. So that is the third item that is on offer for today. And let's go to the final one, the final product announcement. And this might be the one actually I'm most excited about. So let me move my cursor back to the presentation. Okay. So this is a exclusive with Otter Valley. So the guys from Rapido, so let me give it a little bit of explanation here. I attended a fantastic event at Otter Valley Railroad last September. Lauren was gracious enough to invite me down, and I hooked up with the Rapido guys, another Canadian manufacturer, and they were kind enough to give me a pre-production copy of one of their really cool Chev Impala police cars. So they've got these amazing cars that are coming out. I think they're en route. They should be in stores within a week or two. And I started chatting with the guys from Rapido, and I said, listen, you know what would be really cool would be a set of police officers and perps to go with your car. So this is I'm announcing it tonight. This is a 100% Otter Valley exclusive. If you don't know who Otter Valley is, they are an online retailer up here, and they sell all throughout internationally. They're an amazing retailer, and they will be selling these exclusive. And Sparky 107, thank you, has listed the OVR Trains website. Lauren has not posted these for sale yet because he's actually waiting for the cars to come in. But as soon as the cars come in from Rapido, and my understanding is that they are on the way, you will be able to buy these police and perp set. You don't need to use them with the Rapido police car, but you know they're made specifically to go with it. I'll show you what you get. You're going to get 2 police officers in 2 different poses, 2 gentlemen who have been arrested, and you can see on the side there are some detail shots. And the 5th character is basically a torso, head, and shoulders of a guy that you can actually put in the back seat of the car. And you can see him there in the bottom photograph if you want to take the car apart. And he actually has handcuffs on. So the detail on all of these is quite good. Let me show you. I'm just going to go back to me in person here for a minute. Okay, let's just hide that for 1 second. So here's the set. So 70 of these have been sent over to OVR and will be listed as soon as the cars come in. And inside your custom deluxe lovely mini prints box, you will find two police officers on the top, 2 perpetrators, spread-eagled, and I don't know whether you're going to see that, but the guy bent over actually has handcuffs on, and you can paint them silver. And then the final gentleman on the edge right here, it's hard to see, I apologize, is the one for the back seat. So that's kind of fun. It's the first time I have ever sold anything through a retailer. It's the first time I have ever done anything in conjunction with Rapido. And I will let you know I'm already working on bus drivers for Rapido buses. So there will be more items coming out. I'm thinking maybe taxi drivers for the Rapido taxis. You guys let me know what you want. If this sells well at Otter Valley, and you know if it's a success, then I'm totally into doing more collaborations with Rapido and more collaborations with OVR. Okay. So what's going on? I missed a bunch of things in the chat here. Is it getting ugly? So you know what? I can honestly tell you right now that nobody were the life models for any of these. So you can paint them any way you want. You can blame anyone you want. It's nobody in particular. Nobody was scanned for this. Not yet anyway. Okay, so that concludes the what's new section. So let me go back to the presentation because it's contest time. And I promised way back in March, we had a sticker contest. So if you are a miniprints customer, you will know that I like stickers and I like including stickers in orders. And we've had a variety of stickers over the ages. Our most recent one was Sweat the Small Stuff. Brett came up with that. So that was a Brett sticker idea. So we're always looking for new stickers, new sayings, and every couple months I like to include a sticker with the order. The fun thing about a sticker is you can stick them places. And so we have sticker contests. In March, we had a sticker contest. It was win a $50 mini print US, $50 US mini print gift card. If you sent in pictures of your stickers, here is a smattering selection of the winners. The winners were chosen by random number ballot. Actually, Brett picked a random number, and the winner of the March sticker contest is, wow, talk about a reveal here, John. So John Pruitt, I am going to be in touch with you. I will get you your $50 US mini prints gift card. Congratulations. Please stay tuned. I like running contests. There will always be new stickers and new contests. And as I mentioned previously, I think the next one will probably be around those tank car details and the tank car builds. I suspect, if you do get a set and you don't put it on a tank car, you can also use the water slide decal for mini prints and put them somewhere else, maybe build an industry or have some fun with it. So stay tuned for that. So that's the contest. Now, as part of the 2-year anniversary celebration, I'm going to have a guest, and this is my first guest, and we've never done this before. So this is, I guess, my 4th or 5th broadcast. I apologize that we didn't have one last month, but I was recovering from a bit of a concussion. Better now, thankfully. But I thought, what better event than the 2-year birthday party than to invite a special guest in, my first ever online guest, who has a pretty exciting announcement. And I don't want to steal his thunder. So let me figure out, not do that. Let me figure out how to bring him in here. So I am going to add Chris to the stream. Are you there, Chris?
Hey, Bernard. How's it going?
Hey, good. Welcome.
Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. I don't feel a day overdue. Well, I feel a little bit overdue because it was last month, the birthday. But yeah, welcome to the stream. I know you do this all the time, so you're pretty techie savvy on this stuff.
I was actually going to say I'm kind of embarrassed because I'm pretty sure that was me dancing on the tracks. It's been a while since I've been able to put my leg over my head, but I didn't know you were filming me, and I'm really embarrassed now. So
I'm calling Operation Lifesaver on you.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. So we're doing something kind of fun together, and I'm actually really excited about it. And it's 1 month today. So yeah. I thought, since it's exactly a month from now, and I think we're going to meet for the first time a month from now, aren't we? It's true. In person.
Yeah, we've done a lot of work together. We've chatted over the phone, email, but we've never actually met in person. So it'll definitely be the first time we actually meet. Yes.
So what's happening in a month from now?
We are doing the YouTube Model Railroader meet. And it's going to be held at Otter Valley Railroad in Tillsonburg, Ontario. And this is a perfect opportunity for everybody who's on YouTube to come out and meet and say, hey, we've been stuck indoors for a couple of years now. And I think it's time we all come out of our shell and we meet and talk about the hobby and all our interests and whatnot. So.
And my understanding is there's going to be a couple of special guests, and there's going to be a number of things that are happening in conjunction with this this exciting meet? Who's going to be part of it?
Hopefully you. Are you still coming?
You know what? I'm coming, and I probably shouldn't say this out loud on the air right now because I know my wife is watching. So don't listen to this part, dear. But I just picked up one of those absolutely gorgeous Go F59s.
Oh, they're so nice.
They're so nice. And with all that footage out on my rail cam, I'm a freight guy. Like I model Quebec Gatineau from Montreal to Quebec City, right?
Yep.
But I'm thinking in this space behind me over there, there are going to be a few modules, and one of them has to have a Go train on it. The interesting thing is, one of those just went by, and I've got it on camera.
Oh,
so
really?
they're still running. They're still running those old units.
Yep. Yeah. There's a few of them out there.
Yeah,
they did a really good job on those. So
they did.
I picked up a couple, but
I saw you did. You posted a video on them, didn't you?
I did. Yes. So I picked up a couple for myself, and my wife even bought me an early Father's Day present. So
that's a good idea. I
sure
can get
beats
another
time,
one.
right?
Now I can get another one.
There you go. There's always an excuse to get a train. Come on.
You know what? Let's see. Actually, I want the bi-level cars, so maybe I'll ask for those.
Though they should be in near the end of summer, I believe they said. So we'll need lots of passengers for those.
Yes, we will. Yes, absolutely. I will start. Oh dear. My wife has weighed in.
No, the cool thing is they have a leaser unit as well. So I mean, you could always get one of those and have it doing some side service. So
yeah, I didn't get approval though. The CFO just said no. Miniprints CFO just said it's not happening. Well, maybe it will. We'll see. But to answer your question, it's been ordered, it's been paid for, and it will be picked up 1 month today.
Nice.
But who else is coming? Are you free to announce?
Yes, I've got a list. Okay. So, Sparky said that he's probably going to go, depending on whether or not he's working. So not a definite, but he should be there. We've got DJ from DJ's Trains. He said he's coming out, and he's going to cross that border, and he's going to come and hang out with all of us. So that's cool.
You know, I followed DJ years ago before I even started a layout. And he was one of their few YouTubers. And I'm talking about like maybe 6-7 years ago. Bennett Railroad was one of them. The Australian, I forget his name, Luke Towan. And DJ. And I love DJ's channel because it's prototypical from an engineer's point of view. I've learned so much from that guy, and not to be starstruck or anything, but I'm really excited to meet this guy because I have really, I've gained so much knowledge, from watching his channel. And, I really, really, really appreciate, the whole way he approaches it.
Absolutely.
From the way of, here's the real world, and then here's how you can model it. I'm actually kind of a little starstruck. I'm excited to meet him.
Same.
I'm excited. I'm excited to meet you too. I'm starstruck too, but
me, but then DJ, right? So it's a much bigger deal. These are the guys that we watch, right? And we enjoy, and we take the time to watch these videos all the way through, and just to be able to shake his hand and show him some love and say that we appreciate you, we appreciate what you do for the community.
Absolutely.
Just like yourself, you do a lot for this model railroad community, and I words can't even explain,
Right back at you. I mean, that's the exciting thing. Now, I should say, and we should do a shout out for Sparky 107 in Strasbourg coming up. And you know what? I really, really wanted to go down, but it's the May 2-4 weekend, and it's just too hard for me to sort of hop in the car and drive down. So, with apologies, But, there's a lot of exciting things, and, there's a lot going on, and it's really exciting that we can start to, meet as a community and start to get together. And, I wish I was going down to Strasbourg, but, Tillsonburg's a little bit closer, and, I can't really leave the machines for too long. But this is great. Thank you for putting this together. What inspired you? What was the motivation?
Oh, wow. I think it's just the hobby in general, and being able to share this hobby with everybody through videos and the common interests that we all love, and that this is the greatest hobby. So
Absolutely.
being able to actually meet everybody and just have that common bond, that mixed with a little bit of, I'm pretty sure my wife is tired about hearing from me about trains, so I can't really talk to her about it, so I'm going to share it with everybody else instead. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I will say that the meet is Saturday, July 4th.
Yep.
You're going to be here at Miniature Printerland on the Friday, correct?
Yeah, I was hoping to stop by, say hey,
Okay.
film some stuff, and maybe go for a chocolate milk.
Yeah. Or yeah.
There you go.
Well, I was going to say, open invitation. If people are going to be part of it and they're coming into town, on June 4th. I know the Saturday we're going to spend most of the day in Tillsonburg. But, there's a lot of, if you want to come by Friday, if you want to come by later Saturday, Sunday, I think DJ and I are going to be doing some rail fanning around Toronto. I don't know what the plan is yet, but I'm kind of thinking it might be fun. There are a couple of ideas. One idea is to hop on the Union Pearson High-Speed Rail Express, go straight down to Union Station. So from here, it's like a 10-minute ride. And then when we're down at Union Station, we can walk to the Roundhouse, which is a railway museum. Or we can go see Miniature Little Canada, which is like Miniature Wonderland, the Hamburg one. So there's lots to do. So I'm totally open to drinking. I'm totally open to lunches and dinners. I'm interested in train rides. If we want to do something, I know you're planning some rail fanning in Tillsonburg too.
Yes, there's some OSR tracks down that way, so
Okay.
I would be interested to see what they've got going on down there.
Okay, there might be a little drone flying, sometime on that weekend as well.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
I know there's a couple of guys that said that they were going to bring drones. So
yeah,
and
exactly.
You were one of them, and I believe DJ is going to bring his drone. And
and I will show everyone what tree to watch out for.
Yeah, definitely.
And what not to do. I have certain flight paths that I do not recommend. Okay, great. So I'm going to say goodnight and thank you to you, if that's all right. I'm going to remove you, and I'm going to finish up the stream here with a couple of other little announcements and open it up for questions.
Sounds good. Thank you again so much.
I guess if people want more information on this, how are they going to find it?
You can always check out my channel, and there are videos that are based off of that. And if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram at Go VR Go Home, then you can always reach out to me via message if you need any more information, or just watch for the posts. I'm sure there's going to be lots of them throughout the month.
Awesome. Listen, it was a real pleasure. You were an awesome first guest.
It was an honor and a privilege.
Well, thank you so much.
You have yourself a good night, and thank you everybody for watching.
All right. Take care. All right. Well, that was fun. And I think I'd like to start having more guests online. So that seemed to have worked well. So if anyone wants to jump on, maybe for the next one, which will be, I believe, it's the first Wednesday of every month. So maybe June 1st, somebody can weigh in on that. But the next Wednesday, first Wednesday of the month in June, I believe it's the 1st, 7 p.m. Maybe we'll have some more guests because that was kind of fun. So to conclude out the evening, I'd like to do two things. I would like to say thank you to everybody who has watched tonight. I would like to remind everyone to please go to miniprints.com if you've seen anything that is of interest. Follow and like on Facebook, because that is where I post all of the new items, as well as Instagram. And I will be listing the Bernard crashes a drone later this evening. I will be listing the lobster boat on Friday. The Auger is a work in process, and the police and perps is available at Otter Valley, and I will list it on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. When it is available. Speaking of YouTube, please feel free to watch Trains Go By 24/7 on the miniprints rail cam. And I almost forgot. I'll give you another little look-see of something that I'm going to list this Friday. Actually, there's a whole bunch of stuff coming up on Friday, but this is kind of fun. I don't know whether you guys can see this, but beautifully 3D printed HO, S, and O scale IBC containers. So lots of stuff, lots and lots and lots of stuff coming up. Really exciting. There's a ton of really neat stuff that is coming up. Every Friday, I try and list new things at miniprints.com. And I'm going to open it up for the last few minutes. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but we can certainly go for as long as you guys want. This was a fun stream. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for celebrating the 2-year celebration with miniprints, albeit a month late due to minor concussion issues. But I really enjoyed this one. And tell me in the comments, what do you guys want to see? What do you want from miniprints? I'll open it up. I'll say goodnight. Thank you. And open it up for general conversation. Any thoughts or comments? Well, thank you. That was very kind of you, Artie. I really appreciate it. Great idea on the recycling bins. Absolutely. Yes, I could try the N scale. I'm not against it. The way I feel about N scale is it's always worth a try. No guarantees, but we've actually had a lot of success lately with N scale people. So I think that is a really good possibility. I could 3D scan someone on Saturday. Anyone you have in mind, Sparky 107? That's a really interesting idea. I want to put more content on the YouTube channel, so I'll take that under advisement. I like that. Thank you. Thank you for the congrats. The railcar jacks, they are listed. So railcar jacks are listed on the miniprints.com website, and they're spectacular, and they are available in N scale. So with N scale, if it's at all doable, I will always try it. If you don't see it on the website and N scale rail jacks are on the website, please just ask for it. Okay, I think if anyone has any more thoughts or comments, if not, I will say good night to everyone. Cheers. Thank you for joining a really fun 2-year anniversary. The two balloon is still active. Want to come and say goodnight to everyone? We got Brett's here. So I think we'll close out the way we began with beer, balloons, and a good night from everyone at Miniprints. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining. And check out the YouTube channel. Follow the trains. And if we don't see you beforehand, we'll see you in a month on June 1st. Thanks, everyone. Good night, everyone. Go Suns, go.